Hello YouTube, this is Alpha Penguin Soldier, and today I thought I'd bring you a Satellarknight deck profile. This is honestly one of my favorite decks that I've played throughout the years, and I thought I'd show you what I have right now. Let's get into it. So you got 3 Deneb, it's pretty standard. It just adds a Tellarknight from deck to hand. And for the next one, we have Satellarknight Altair. He special summons one out of your graveyard. He's your Call of the Haunted, essentially. And that's all for the 3-Os that I run. I run 2 Unokalhai. Just sends a teller from deck to grave, helps set up Altair plays. When I first started playing the deck, I didn't run him at all. Didn't think it was great, but I like him a lot. 1800 sets up a lot more plays. And for the next one, 2 Vega. I used to run Vega at 3. Took me a while to figure out I didn't like that. 2 worked. At 3 I saw her too much. Wasn't all that great. And for the next one, we have 2 all sham. I always call them all sham. It's all solemn, whatever it is. I don't really care. I run 2 of them, inflict 1,000 whenever he's summoned. It's a once per turn effect. You can, recycle him with, your calls, your altairs. Really depends. In the past, I've actually won a couple games just off of pure burn. Pretty funny. The other people weren't all too happy, but I like him for the extra burn. He's fun. I like him. Not everybody likes him. I do. I always have, always will. He's great. And then for the last monster, I run 1 series just to, get 5 back, shuffle. You go through your monsters really fast. I didn't used to run him when I originally built the deck, but I found out after, trying him out, it helped me continue going through the game without, being like, oh, well, I don't have any monsters, I'm going to lose. Super good. I only like him at 1, though. Just because you can search him out when you need him most of the time. And then he gets you the extra draw. It's always good. And that's it for the monsters. On to the spells and traps. Start out with the traps first. I run 3 Satellar Nova Alpha. You just want to spell a trap or monster effect is activated, send a Tellarknight monster you control to the graveyard, negate it, and then if you do, destroy it, and then draw a card. Counter trap, super good for the deck. Not much else to say about it. And then I do run 3 Call of the Haunted. It's always good. Reoccur all your stuff, let it float. You can bounce it with Trevere. It's a good card. Helps you move on with your plays. Because I haven't updated this part, I still do run 3 Fiendish Chain. I know it's not as good as it used to be. A lot of cards that you can't target anymore. You can't really recycle the Fiendishes with, a Trevere loot. But, you can recycle them once. It's really good against, rogue matchups. Depending, it can be good against other cards. Like I said, this deck is more oriented towards a locals, not so much like a regional or YCS or something, Let's move on. I do run 2 regular Mirror Force and 1 Storming Mirror Force. I've always liked Mirror Force. I have more than 1 Storming, but that is in another deck. So I run the 1 Storming, and then the 2 Mirror. I like my battle traps, so I run them. And sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, it throws your opponent off. They're like, oh, nobody runs battle traps anymore. I'm just gonna smack you with whatever. Flip it. Kind of sucks to be them when it works. Kind of sucks to be me when it doesn't. Let's see, what else do I got? I got 2 Grand Horn of Heaven in the main. I have liked this card since it came out. It has worked out pretty decently for me. And it reads, on your opponent's main phase, if they would special summon a monsters negate the summon. If you do, destroy that monster. Then your opponent draws one card and end the main phase. If you set this, there's a lot of special summoning now. It's all about the special summoning. So you can basically flip it, force them out of their main phase, and they can't do a whole lot from there. So I think it's pretty decent, especially if they're partway through their play. Throw them off. I mean, I guess it's not the best card, but I like it. And then one-ofs, I have one Solemn Warning, one Bottomless, one Compulse, and one Torrential Tribute. Warning is self-explanatory. Bottomless, a lot of people don't really expect it anymore, so I still like playing it. Flip it, banish, they're like, that kind of sucks. Compulse, because I always like Compulse, and then Torrential, because on one of the last summons, or whichever is a key summon that you'll flip it, then they lose all their cards. Sometimes they can reoccur, really depends on the deck, but it can be a really good card depending on the situation. I like it, so I still run it. And on to the spells. Do I run? I don't run any 3-ofs. I run 2 Skybridge. I think it's a good card. I haven't really watched a lot of other deck profiles or what other people think about it. I've always liked it since it came out. Can help you shuffle through your different Satellarknights. Can open up a lot of different and weird plays. Can get you to 3 sometimes when you need it. It's a decent card. I still run it. Always have, always will. And for the next 2-of, we have Pot of Duality. I use it just to thin out the deck, get to what I need to. Sometimes it ends up being a dead card if I get it later, so we'll see if it stays in the deck. Have 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. Old card. I do need to update it to, I think Cosmic Cyclone is the card. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, honestly. I'll get to that eventually. And then for my last 3 spells, we have Raigeki, Book of Moon, and Reinforcement of the Army. All self-explanatory. I know Book of Moon isn't as good as it used to be, but I still like it. Special summon, activate it, flip one of their cards sometimes. Not always a link monster, but it can stop a link play from happening sometimes. I still like it. That is it for the main deck. And we're on to the extra deck. I haven't gotten around to updating it in quite a while, so there aren't any link monsters in it yet, so you'll just have to bear with me. I will get some link monsters in there. I'll have to test around a little more, but it's what I got right now. And that is, we have 2 Trevere for the bounce, 1 Deltros for the pop and just for the option. We have 1 Constellar Diamond just for, different, matchups, I guess, against Dark and, whatever else, happens. 1 Tsukiyomi. I don't really end up going into it anymore just because it takes up the extra zone slot, but I probably will use it more if, and I guess when. I might cut it. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, we have 1 Gagaga Cowboy, 1 Heroic Champion, Kusanagi, 1 Castel, the Sky Blaster, number 86 Heroic Champion, Excalibur, Black Ship of Corn, Maestroke. I know I'm going to cut Maestroke. That's an old card. Rhapsody and probably going to cut it. We'll see. XYZ Dragon. We'll see about that. Might keep it. And then one Steel Swarm Roach. That'll probably get cut too. I don't know. I'll have to test around. It'll all just depend on what I can figure out, what I can learn. Anyway, we'll get on to the side deck, I guess. This is a signed card. Somebody I used to watch. He doesn't YouTube anymore, but still signed, still awesome. Anyway, sorry. Side deck. Too honest to get over big cards like Masterpiece, whatnot. 2 Thunder King. He's Thunder King. Locks down the deck. Locks down the drawing. All that fun stuff. 1900 beat stick. What can go wrong there? That's it for the moment. Oh, no. I have one more. I put Penguin Soldier in there just because I had an extra slot and I really wasn't sure. And Penguin Soldier is, as you can tell by my name, one of my favorite cards. This is a starter deck Joey Penguin Soldier. I used to have a lot more, but I gave a lot of them away to kids at a local shop I was at. Figured they would like it. Anyway, spells, 1 Prohibition, 1 Spell Shattering Arrow, and 1 Book of Eclipse. I still like those cards from the previous formats. Prohibition's always good. Spell Shattering Pendulums are back again, I guess. If they ever left. And then Book of Eclipse. Been a while since I've read it. Change all face-up monsters face down. Can get, set some problematic cards just depending. Not great against Link, but I still have it in there until I fix it up a bit. For the traps, we have 2 Dark Bribe. Stop one of their key cards from going off. I mean, they do draw a card, but I think it's pretty decent in this format just because there's a lot of key spell cards, or mostly spell cards that need to go off. Stop it. You can stop the play in its tracks. That's my opinion, though. Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell. You discard a spell from your hand to negate the activation of a spell card and destroy it. Your opponent cannot activate spell cards of the same name, including the spell card that is destroyed by this card effect during the rest of the duel. Throw it against a pendulum, I guess. I mean, that's what the idea is, or my idea I have had for it. I've never actually drawn it or used it, so it's still just kind of a theory. Liberty at Last. When monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target 2 face-up monsters on the field. Shuffle those. I don't use it as much as I used to, but I still like it. Karma Cut. Still decent. Banishes. It's alright. Summon Limit. I've talked about this card before. I think it's alright. I need to change up my side deck. Probably take that out for something else. And then Memory of an Adversary. I love this card. I think it's underrated. You take damage and effect damage instead of battle damage. Banish their monster. It doesn't target. You get it at the end phase of your opponent's next turn. Really good against problematic monsters you cannot target unless they're immune to traps, but that's not always the case. That is my side deck, and I guess that concludes the deck profile. I hope you guys liked it. Give me some feedback. I'm still new to this. Yeah, so just, I guess, like, comment, subscribe, give me feedback. It's always helpful. I will be bringing more deck profiles for now. I'll probably do some card discussions. Probably won't do any openings for a while. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sorry for rambling a bit, but I really need the feedback. I want to improve this channel. So it's a lot better, a lot smoother. Um, I want to be a successful channel. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.